Hi, my name is Hadel-Lynn, and today I will be talking about the 5 different diagnostic COVID tests that my family members and I have taken throughout the past few months. As you may know, the FDA has approved emergency use of many different diagnostic tests, and with that, many different companies have been approved through this emergency use. Therefore, as a consumer, I think it is important for people to become just a little bit more knowledgeable about the products that are available to you. The 5 companies that I will be talking about today are Azova, UCSD Health, Pixel by Labcorp, Walgreens, and CVS. None of these companies have been sponsored. This is just for your personal information alone. And with that, let's get started. There are many different types of diagnostic COVID tests. So the first one I want to talk about are the self-administered at-home ones. The worst experience that we had for the self-administered at-home test was Pixel by Labcorp. So Pixel by Labcorp, the out-of-pocket cost is about $119, but if you are able to bill your insurance or are uninsured, then the cost should be completely free for you. In order for you to get your test on time, it's best to request it on the website about a week in advance. That way it can reach your home in time. So once you get the package, you should get like a box. Pretty much inside of it, it includes a list of instructions, the materials necessary. There's even a link to like a video where you can pretty much follow along on what you need to do and whatnot. And there's also a FedEx envelope where it should ship out to the company in about 2 business days. With that, my family and I followed these procedures. We did the test about 72 hours before the flight, as was mandated. So with that, we pretty much shipped it out, did it all within the same day, and did it all at the same time. I got my results about 1 business day after taking the test. My mom about 2 business days. But the weird part is my dad never got his results. We were guaranteed to get the results within 72 hours, and we constantly kept calling to ask what's going on, and we were often given the response of, oh, it's just being processed in the lab. Once the 72 hours happened and we still didn't get the results, we decided to try and cancel the test. And what was really ironic is that they were very quick on canceling the test, but they weren't quick on processing the test, despite the fact that they all reached the site, the testing site at the same time. So it just didn't really make any sense. Now for the best at-home test that I've seen so far, which is Azova. My brother actually took this test, and it's actually partnered with Costco. So there's either the $129.99 option with Costco, where you just take the self-administered test, or the $139.99 option, which video observation as well. My brother did that option because it was necessary for the test to be valid. So once you purchase the test and it arrives to your home, there is a code inside the box that is necessary in order for you to register the box, as well as to make an appointment ahead of time for the video observation. And while I was watching my brother take this test, it was actually really helpful having a video observation. I wish Pixel by Labcorp really did this because, even though you have a list of instructions available to you, sometimes there are parts where you're a little bit unclear, and it's nice to have someone watching you, just making sure that you're doing it right. And if you have any questions, they can answer it for you very quickly. It was sent through UPS. There's a UPS envelope included, and it was sent within one day shipping. And my brother actually got his results within the next business day, despite the fact that there was a holdup due to all the holiday shipping. The next test I want to talk about is the one where the nurses put the swab up your nose. The only test I did that with was with UCSD Health, and I only did that once. The out-of-pocket cost was surprisingly only $65. You were able to RSVP weeks in advance, which was completely awesome because they had various times and various dates and various locations. When I had the nurse administer the swab of my nose, it kind of felt more like a Q-tip that went slightly past where it was supposed to go, you pretty much just stay in your car and you just roll the windows down so that they can kind of go up to you and just swab the nose. They're very quick about it. When we took this test, it was kind of closer to the holidays, and so typically they guarantee about 24 hours, but this time they only guaranteed about 48 hours, which is still pretty good. But surprisingly, we all got our results within one business day. I don't know why my family members, they all got theirs before mine. It was within the same day, but then for me, I got it within one business day, which is still not that bad. So with that was a really good experience that I would recommend for people in the San Diego region if they can. Finally, I want to talk about the drive-through self-administered exams for COVID. The main companies that we used were CVS and Walgreens. CVS and Walgreens, they're very similar in that you can only see like appointments for a few days in advance, so they only get to show you today's, tomorrow's, and one day in advance. So if you want to get an appointment with them, you better get there in advance. It was pretty bad in the beginning in terms of when you're in line just waiting for your turn. It really does depend per location. The first time we took it was during the holidays, and so there was actually a lot of people in line, and even if you had an appointment, you may have actually been late just because there were a lot of people ahead of you. So it's always best to show up earlier than your appointment time. I always recommend maybe like about 30 minutes or so. Sometimes they're busy, sometimes they're not, so it really depends. What made me decide to choose Walgreens as slightly better than CVS is for a few main reasons. Number one is the out-of-pocket cost. So Walgreens is only about $129 out of pocket, while CVS was $139. And also Walgreens had a faster turnaround time for your results. Walgreens, they gave results about 1 business day, while CVS was about 2 business days, which are still pretty good overall, but it just really depends per location. When we took these tests, we were in San Diego, and Walgreens pretty much told us that the reason for their fast turnaround time, even during the holidays, was because they actually had a lab in San Diego. I'm not really sure if CVS is the same or not, so that could have played a factor as to why Walgreens was so fast. But again, it really just depends per location. I can't really give this recommendation per state just because things can vary. Overall, I really hope that this video was informative. Thank you so much for sitting down and watching this video. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. Thanks!